Welcome to NASA's Marshall Spaceflight Center in Huntsville, Alabama. Developing new technologies and maturing proven systems are at the core of how Marshall is powering the future of space exploration. Marshall's test area is critical for ensuring engines, engine components, thrusters, and custom-designed test fixtures can withstand the extreme forces of launch, ascent on flights, and travel in space. Our test area capabilities are also used by NASA partners to mature innovative technologies developed by American industry to support space exploration. These test areas were invaluable when analyzing hardware for the Space Launch System rocket managed by Marshall. We built new state-of-the-art stands to test the liquid hydrogen tank and liquid oxygen tank for the Artemis missions. Our in-house work to assemble and apply thermal foam protection to the Space Launch System Launch Vehicle Stage Adapter is just one example of how our facilities and engineering skills can support current and future NASA needs. Marshall facilities and the people that work in them are supporting technologies such as in-space storage and transfer of cryogenic propellants used for deep space travel, transit systems for getting to and off Mars, and lunar systems for traveling, working, and staying on the Moon. We are using the knowledge we've gained from our lunar lander testbed programs as we work with multiple industry partners to design, develop, test, and deliver human-rated lunar landers. Marshall leads the Human Landing System program, which will return American astronauts to the Moon under Artemis. Not only is Marshall integral in landing humans back on the Moon, we are also maturing approaches for Artemis Base Camp surface habitats and a Mars transit habitat to support surface operations on the Moon as a stepping stone to Mars. Years of work developing environmental control and life support systems for the International Space Station has prepared us for building the systems needed for our next great leap. Living and working on the Moon and eventually Mars. Living and working on the Moon and one day Mars will require us to use the lessons we've learned from the International Space Station. At the Payload Operations Integration Center, Marshall supports the space station 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, coordinating all scientific experiments on the orbiting laboratory. Hardware designed, built, and managed by Marshall, such as the 4-bed CO2 scrubber, provide valuable data and state-of-the-art support system capabilities to help future explorers breathe easier on the Moon and future long-duration missions. Going back to the Moon and on to Mars requires innovative solutions to many challenges. How do we repair tools that have been broken on Mars? Is there a way we can manufacture large structures in space? Engineers and scientists at Marshall's Advanced and Additive Manufacturing Facility are doing work to answer those questions and many more. Figuring out solutions to challenges is what we do best at Marshall. Nowhere is that better demonstrated than with our unique expertise in space nuclear technologies. This work comes to life in our nuclear thermal lab with testing of concept designs, fuel material development, and manufacturing techniques that are critical for deep space exploration and sending the first humans to Mars. Deep space exploration also requires powerful spacecraft, satellites, and in-space observatories. Marshall's work with developing X-ray mirrors in our optics lab has resulted in developing mirrors for the James Webb Telescope and imaging X-ray Polarimetry Explorer. Turning our attention from the cosmos to our own planet's atmosphere is a natural transition for the scientists at Marshall. Programs like SEVERE use Earth science satellite data to help countries across the globe respond to challenges like food security, water resources, climate change, and natural disasters. While other work, through projects like SPORT, allow our scientific observations to have a regional impact to improve short-term weather forecasts. From taking humans farther into space than ever before, to developing technologies like 3D printing and additive manufacturing and nuclear propulsion to studying climate change and weather patterns, Marshall has the facilities and capabilities that will continue to allow NASA and our partners to explore space, make life better on Earth, and develop groundbreaking technologies.